Hello, hello, hello. Oh man, I'm so excited, guys. Okay, I am here and we are doing a live, and I'm super excited. And I just got a little bit nervous, just to be honest. All right. Hey, guys, as homeschool moms, we want to pick the best curriculum for our kids, right? Not long ago, I was in the same shoes you are in, scouring the internet for the best homeschool books. I was reading books to figure out what to teach and asking friends how they seemingly homeschool without effort, right? All the while, I'm hoping I'm not going to mess up my kids in the long run. That's a lot to worry about. So maybe you're worried about that too. And I'm so excited you're joining me today. So welcome to those of you who are live today, and welcome to those of you who are watching the replay. I'm so glad you're watching today. I know when I was just starting to homeschool and I was trying to figure stuff out, I just wanted somebody to tell me what to do. Oh, Jill's here. Hey, Jill. So I just wanted someone to tell me what to do. Tell me what curriculum to use. What should I use for language arts? For goodness sake, somebody just please hold my hand. Like, hold my hand. Tell me what to do. Oh, man. Does this sound like you? So today I'm going to show you guys how to make your homeschool why, also known as your homeschool vision, what questions to ask. We're going to talk about what questions to ask to figure out your homeschool why, and what else to consider when picking curriculum, like your homeschooling style and all those things that you have to pick today. So thanks for joining me again. All right. So, hey guys, thanks for joining me live. I see Jill is here, and I'm sure there's other people going to be popping on. So comment if you are here, and I would love to see you and so excited to chat with you. Welcome though, if you are new, I'm Ashley. Welcome to Joyful Noise Learning. I have been homeschooling my kids for the last 8 years. We love to talk about affordable homeschool curriculum and resources, biblically based resources, and especially Charlotte Mason inspired homeschool. Everything under that umbrella. I'm not a Charlotte Mason purist, but I do love and follow her philosophies. And I keep hitting my papers over here. If you didn't notice, hopefully I don't hit it too much. So I have tried many different curriculums. Ask me about it. I've probably tried it, and I've researched numerous more, and I am intrigued by education at home and homeschooling methods and philosophies. So I try to share that here on my channel and talk to you guys about that. So hello, Jennifer from Ohio. Welcome, welcome. Hold on one second, guys. I got my water. I already had my chocolate, and I've just remembered you should probably not eat chocolate right before you go live. That was probably not a good idea, but it's going to just give me a burst of energy, huh? All right. Before we dive into what curriculum do I use for math, I want us to look at the foundations for setting yourself up for home education. Are you ready, guys? You ready? Let's do this together. Us ADHD gals. Yay! Live. I know. Okay. I'm trying to stay focused, Jill. That's why I wrote my notes, so I would stay focused. Hey, Hannah, welcome. All right. So it's this time of year, guys. Are we prepping for the next homeschool year? Are you in the middle of prepping? I sure am. We're trying to figure out schedules to make. We're trying to figure out co-ops to join, curriculum to prep or get. And there are so many options out there, right, guys? There's so many options. I get it. But let me tell you, there is a way to be able to look at a curriculum or types of schedules or a co-op and to be able to know quickly, maybe not right away, but to know quickly if you should use it or not. And that's what I want to talk to you here about today. So, all right. I'm going to look at my notes here, and then I'll come back to the comments in just a little bit. So go ahead and chat away, and then I'll check them in a little bit. So everyone has heard begin with the end in mind. Have you heard that? You probably have. I know it's cliche, I know, but it's so true, and it applies to homeschooling too. No matter how idealistic or glass half full or even glass half empty you might be, we've got to have a big picture goal for our homeschool. Every decision you make from here on out, everything from what schedule you use to what math you pick, will be based off of that end mark and where you are aiming toward. So if you start with your end goal, it will give you a bullseye to shoot for. Because guys, if we don't have a bullseye to shoot for, we're just going to be going over here, or we're going to try this curriculum today, or we're going to try this today, and just bounce back and forth, especially if we have ADHD, right, guys? But we need a bullseye to shoot for. So first things first, here's how we figure out our homeschool why. Why do you want to homeschool? This is how we get a bullseye. I mean, this is how we get a focus for either our homeschool in general or a homeschool year, like just this year is fine too. Why do you want to homeschool? Why have you decided to homeschool? Why? Is it out of a desire and passion? Like you're just so excited to be with your kids all day, you can't imagine doing anything else? Or is it out of a need? Maybe you had to homeschool for other reasons, health reasons, something. But there is no wrong answer for this. There just needs to be a why. Excuse me. For example, my biggest why was that I wanted my children to have a biblically based education. I knew we couldn't afford Christian school at the time, and that was the only place I knew they would get a biblically based education, because when I looked at the options for public school, that was not going to offer what I was looking for, if you know what I mean. That was a big part that drove my decision to homeschool. All right, let me check the comments in here. So yeah, all right, guys. Why do you want to homeschool? Pop that in the comments here. Just a quick why. I know there's probably lots of reasons, but comment below one reason why you decided to homeschool. I'd love to chat about that. So, all right. Put very simply, ladies, you have probably already thought of these reasons, or you know them for sure. They're right there in the front of your mind, why you want to homeschool. But I'm going to encourage you in this. I'm going to encourage you to have it on paper, have it written down somewhere, and not just have it in your head. Because we all have it in our heads. We know why. But I encourage you to write it down or type it up, put it on the computer here. All right, so here's how we do this. Here's what you can do after you watch this video, maybe right after, or schedule and set aside some time for you to be by yourself. No distractions, no kids, be by yourself. You're going to find a quiet spot, schedule a few moments to yourself, like I said, and maybe sweeten the deal with your favorite beverage or even a trip to your favorite local coffee shop. And don't bring the kids, leave them at home. And then just begin to write down or list the reasons why you are choosing to homeschool. So for me personally, I typed this up on my computer. I did this several years ago when I first started homeschooling, and it's a document on my computer, and I can pull it up in my Google Drive anytime I need to look at it. So if you'd like an example, a portion of my homeschool why is this here. All right, we got some more people popping on. Second generation homeschooling mom. That's a big reason why she decided to homeschool, Alicia. Yay. Oh, this is awesome, guys. Diana, this is your first year homeschooling your kids. Yay, that's awesome. You want to biblically educate your kids too. Good. I want to, yes, that is my main reason. Hannah says, oh, can I share these? No, watch this. There it is. Okay. Hannah says, I want to give my kids a biblical education, and your first time homeschooler too. Yay, Hannah, welcome. Welcome to the homeschooling time. Awesome. I can share these. This is fun. Okay, we'll share Alicia's there too. So that's what she said there. And more bonding time with your kids. Good. These are awesome, guys. Okay. So my example, you guys have listed a bunch of them. Why did I want to homeschool? My first reason was, other than biblically based, it was for flexibility. If you know me and my personality, I like to bend everything. Nothing can be set in stone. I don't like boxes. I don't like rules. Anyway, to be able to go, I want to be able to go with my children's learning paces. So go at their pace, go with their learning styles, and to tailor a routine that best fits our family's needs. Maybe for some of you that sounds exhausting. For me, it's fun, but sometimes it's exhausting. I get exhausted. But anyway, I want to be flexible. I want to pick my own curriculum and my own subjects. That was one of the main reasons. Another number 2 reason was to be able to teach with Charlotte Mason's methods. I want to be outside. We want to use nature and play as learning. And we want to have lots of hands-on real life lessons beyond a classroom setting. That is definitely something we're not going to get in public school, right? Shh, don't tell them. Number 3 was for lots of family time, ample family time, just like Alicia said. With a flexible schedule, we can visit daddy at work, take breaks as needed, and I can spend time with my kids all throughout the day. which as homeschool moms, hopefully we're ready for that because you're with your kids a whole lot. So this is just 3 examples, or 4 technically, examples of my homeschool why. And if you want, you can go see a video on my channel. It's called Why I Chose to Homeschool. It's a video here on my channel. You can go watch that later. And I will link to that in the description below as well. So yeah. All right, let's see some other comments here. Biblically based. Okay, this is, what was her name back here? Sorry. She said, Jennifer said, biblically based, well-rounded, strong relationships with kids. Good. And your youngest who has adopted twins, they need one-on-one time. Oh, that's really good. You definitely need to homeschool for that reason. Great. Thank you for sharing that, Jennifer. Yes. Okay. Back to banners. Okay. Okay, guys. When you are writing down your why, as you're forming this out and you're creating a homeschool vision, basically, here are some questions to ask yourself while you're making this, okay? Get out your pen and paper, pull out your phone, write down your notes. Here's a few questions to ask. I'll throw them up on the screen one at a time. So the first one was, what inspired you to homeschool? Is it a person? Maybe it was a book you read, or a person in person, like a real life person who inspired you. Is it an event that happened in your life? What was the big aha moment that inspired you to homeschool? One of my clear ones was I was a public school teacher, and I noticed that the kids were not getting their needs met. And it broke my heart that 99 students that I was responsible for, I was not able to meet all of their needs. And it was just so discouraging. And I knew then that I wanted to homeschool because then I could take care of 3 kids, or, 2, 3, 4 kids instead of 99 kids. So yeah. So number 1 question to ask is, what inspired you to homeschool? Number 2 question is, what things do you want your kids to learn? What do you want your kids to learn? What are your goals for them in that area? What values are important to your family, or what hobbies interest them or interest you? For example, in our family, music is a really big thing, as well as church activities are really big as well. So, and board games. Board games are important in our family. So does that count? Is that a reason to homeschool? All right. Number 3, how do you envision your kids as adults? This is a good one. I like this one. So in your mind, what do you want them to be able to do, or better yet, even be, when they have completed their homeschool education? This is really fun to sit down and think about. And I want to say, first off, I know as homeschool moms, we are not in complete control of this and our kids and how they will turn out. I know that, but I know that, God is in control. He has vision in a life and plans for them. But we are a piece of that puzzle. We are a large piece, or maybe a small piece, but we're entrusted with these kids. We are equipped by our Lord to teach our kids and lead them and train them. So I think it's okay, not that we want to be in control and make our kids a specific way. Like, you don't necessarily need to envision them, oh, they're going to be a brain surgeon and make a 6-figure income and live in California. I don't know. Not like that. That's not what I meant. So think, what kind of values do you want your kids to have? And maybe what kind of direction do you want them to go in their life? So that's what I want you to consider as you prayerfully think about that question there. So, all right, number 4, what are your thoughts about education in general? And this is where I dove down the Charlotte Mason route. Maybe you dive down a different route. Maybe it's classical, or maybe it's something else. Maybe it's eclectic even. But what are your thoughts about education in general? This was something I was passionate about, but if you're not passionate about it, that's okay. Totally fine. And then number 5, what are you passionate about with your kids? What gets your heart racing and excited when you think about homeschool? Or what, maybe on the other side, what gets your blood boiling, and what are you frustrated about with other educational options? So these questions will help you, guide you in what you are, your homeschool, writing your homeschool why down, your homeschool vision down. All right, let's check the comments, ladies. Oh, let me make that banner go away. All right, did you get all those questions? Hopefully you did. You can rewatch the video, pause it, and take notes and write them all down. All right, so respect. Some people are sharing more. We got respect and life skills. Life skills, yes. Yes. Life skills, fine art. Oh, family comes first and life and fine art. Oh, this is awesome, guys. Um, Alicia's sharing, I love having the control of what my kids learn on a daily basis. We can speed up and slow down. Yes, yes, that is one of the main reasons I homeschool. I love it. It's so fun. Let's see what else. Jennifer said, learned about Charlotte Mason when her oldest was in first grade and absolutely loved it. She's heading into her senior year now. Awesome. Awesome. That's awesome. You've done it that long. That's great. And our twin girls are heading into kindergarten. Awesome. And Jill says, respect and life skills. Yes. She says that too. Awesome. Great job, ladies. All right. Check my time. We're at 15 minutes. We just got a little bit going on here, or a little bit left. Hang with me here. Thanks for sticking around. Okay. Here's a few tips to consider while you write out your homeschool why. First one is if you are a believer. Oh, I can make Jill pop down. We can leave Jill up there, I guess. Look at Jill's beautiful face. All right. Okay. If you are a Christian, if you're a believer and you love Jesus, remember to, like I was saying earlier, the Lord has equipped us. He is the one who is ingrained in us all we need for our children to mother them and train them. Remember to pray and ask the Lord what he will have for you in this season of homeschooling, and trust that you are being faithful to what he has called you to. So don't forget that. Also, when you're making your homeschool why, you can either do this with your husband. Maybe you have a husband who wants to be involved in this. That's awesome. Include him, please. That's awesome. Noelle's here. Hey, Noelle. Oh, Noelle is wonderful. Okay, I'm so glad she's here. Okay. Do this with your husband, right, Noelle? We do a lot of vision building and homeschool with our hubbies. Or maybe you have a husband who's less involved and trusts you with what to decide. I know some families have that too. Go ahead and do this all by yourself. This is usually what I do. I create this homeschool vision and why by myself, and then I share it with my husband once I've made it. So I encourage you to, if you don't do it with him, make this vision and this homeschool why, and then share it with him, because you guys want to be on the same page, because you're in the same household. And as best that you can, try to stay on the same page. I know for some families that might be hard to do, but do your best to include your husband and let him know what your overall vision is for your homeschool. So that way he can know what your goals are and can support you as best you can. Alicia says, my husband just took over some math for me with our daughter, and it's been so awesome to watch them do that. Yay, I'm so glad your husband is getting involved. That's awesome. I know a lot of you guys have husbands teach the kids too. My husband teaches them coding is what they do. Ukulele, coding, and drawing is what he does. They have no official class together, but that's what he does do with them. All right. Another tip for making your why is this is good. This really helped me out when I was a younger homeschool mom, was to remember that choosing to homeschool doesn't have to be your forever decision. So when we say, hey, I'm going to homeschool this year, it doesn't have to be forever. We don't have to think when they're in kindergarten, what they're going to be doing, junior year in high school. We don't have to go that far if we don't want to, unless you as a family, you and your husband have decided that you do want to educate through high school. That's great. Some people have that vision and that's awesome. But some of us need to just think of it for now. So it could be a for now decision that works for your family. And you can consider taking it year by year, child by child even. So if you're feeling overwhelmed thinking, I don't know if I can do this for 12 years, maybe you're not called to do it 12 years, and that's okay. You're called to do it as long as the Lord has called you to it. So, Jill says her husband does most of the Bible teaching and studying with her kids. That's so great, Jill. That is such a blessing. Not many families have that. Okay, ladies, let me take a breath. I had to breathe. I was talking so fast there. And I'm dripping water. Here we go. And that's how we write down our homeschool why. Yours is not going to look just like mine, and that's okay. We're all different. Please use mine or everybody else's comments here. Use them as an example, but tailor it to you and your spouse's heart for your kids' education and growth. Don't do just mine, or don't do just Alicia's and Jill's. Do your homeschool why. After you finish writing this, Print it out, write it out, draw it out. Maybe you like drawing. Keep it in a safe place. Put it up on a bulletin board, on the refrigerator, wherever you're looking often, or in your notebook somewhere. Keep it in a safe place and review it often. That's a super important part because sometimes we don't want to homeschool. sometimes we're just done and homeschooling is hard and the day-to-day is just hard. And or we feel like we're not doing enough or we feel like we're failing. All those thoughts are going to come if they haven't yet already. They're going to come, and you want to read your homeschool why when you need to put the fire under yourself, when your passion for homeschool seems to run cold. And guys, I am preaching to myself here because this totally just happened to me. I considered going back to teaching and putting my kids in school this year, but that's another story. All right. Also, you want to read this regularly so you can tweak it as your family grows and seasons change and ebb and flow, because you might add more children later, or you might have a different season. You're moving into, I know my friend Noelle is moving into her kids being older. They're not elementary age anymore. She has 2 older elementary kids, and then she's got some in middle school and high school. So her vision is going to be totally different now than it probably was, 5 years ago. So, oh, yay. Noelle says this is her. I'm so close to 5K. Yay. Thanks, Jill. So yes, if you haven't subscribed yet, Jill just reminded you to subscribe because I'm so close to 5K subscribers. And I can't believe it. Like I look at that and I'm still blown away. Noelle says, we start our school year on Monday. So this is good timing. Woohoo. And what did BB said? Charlotte Mason quotes are great wise. Ooh, that's really good. I should pull some of those out. That's true. I look at her quotes often, but I don't like have it in a set place. That's a great idea. So I love this. So go grab some of your favorite Charlotte Mason quotes and let those encourage you and remember why you are homeschooling. So yeah. All right. Now that you know what your homeschooling why is and you have written it down, you can now look at certain curriculums. Guys, I trust me, you may be surprised, but this works. Now you can look at certain curriculums and find the ones that will fit your long-term goals, and then not look at anything that won't fit your goals. So this is when it comes to picking curriculum, or maybe it's building a schedule for your family, or maybe it's deciding if you're going to do co-op or not. This can kind of go with anything, but I'll talk specifically to picking curriculum right now. So for example, if you don't want your kids on screens or on the computer much, or if at all, then you're not going to be looking at an online-based computer-based online or computer-based curriculum, right? So I don't want my kids to be on the computer. I'm not going to pick a curriculum that puts them on the computer. You won't be teaching textbooks. Or maybe you want your kids to be super independent. I know some families who want this, and you don't want them to rely on you for the bulk of their teaching. Then you're going to be looking at the options that are geared towards self-directed learning and are not teacher intensive. This is not me. I don't mind teaching my kids. I like being involved, but I know some families who prefer their kids to be independent, and that's great. But now, see, look how we just narrowed down the list quite a bit for us. We just narrowed it down there, see? So now you don't have to look at all the curriculums. It's not X, Y, Z, A, B, C, E, D, F, G to look at. It's just a few that have narrowed it down for you. Yes, Katie says, weeding things out that don't meet your why is so important, but oftentimes a skipped step. Yes. Okay. What was I going to say? Okay. That's what's coming. All right. Okay, I got to breathe again. Hold on. Breathing is very important when you're talking, isn't it, ladies? Okay, so hopefully this why is going to help you, and it's going to help you narrow down your list of options for curriculum and everything. And guess what, though? This is just the start. If you would like to hear more about how to pick a curriculum that fits your family, I'm not going to tell you, I can share with you what I've used, but I'm not going to tell you which curriculum to pick because you need to pick one that fits you and your family. So you're going to be able to consider your personality style and your kids' styles. I have a tool for you, ladies. You can check this out. It's my step-by-step guide to getting started homeschooling, and it's called Ready, Set, Homeschool. The step-by-step guide to getting started homeschooling. It's an ebook I wrote, guys. It's not just about getting started, though. In the guide, I help you with things you should consider when picking curriculum, and I walk you step by step to getting ready for your homeschool year. It's simple, it's practical, and packed with great steps to guide you through the hard part of choosing curriculum. I know it can be hard, and it'll help you choose more when it comes to homeschooling. And guys, this was my what do you call it? My lockdown project back last spring when everything shut down and we had to stay home. And I was like, oh my goodness, there's gonna be a bunch of people homeschooling next year. I need to write something that'll help them. So that's where this was born out of, because I wanted somebody when I was first starting out homeschooling to hold my hand and tell me what to do. But this is the guide I would have wanted to have when I was starting to homeschool. So, excuse me, if you would like to get it, you can find it at joyfulnoiselearning.com. Ready, oops, I need to fix that. Ready-set-homeschool. Let me fix this really quick there. All right, that should be better now. Oh, it didn't change. It's supposed to be ready. It says red, but it's joyfulnoiselearning.com/ready-set-homeschool is where you can find it, or just go to joyfulnoiselearning.com and you will be able to find it there. If, ladies, I know a lot of you are not first-time homeschoolers. Some of you may not be. But it would bless my socks off if you know somebody who would use this resource and use this tool, if you would share it with them. That would just bless my socks off if we could get this to some ladies who need some help and encouragement in how to get started homeschooling or how to pick a curriculum that best fits their style. So yes, send them this video. Like after this video is done, it's live right now, but when it's done, it should go on my YouTube channel. You can just send them this video, or you can send them the link to my website and let them know about Ready, Set, Homeschool. So yay. All right, let me check the comments here. Let's see. Hannah said, I'm working from home and homeschooling and would love any tips since I'm a first-year homeschooler. Okay. Oh, I absolutely have some in mind. I'd be more than happy to share. Breathe. Oh, we've got lots of chat going. Breathe and enjoy the process as much as possible. The years go by quickly. The CM method is lovely, and there's so much available now. After all these years, I'm still learning. Happy homeschooling. Thank you, Jennifer. Yay. Thanks, ladies. Anybody if you have any questions, go ahead and pop them on before I jump off. If you've got any questions for me, let me know right now in the comments, and I'll try to answer them before I hop off. Let me finish this here. So again, be sure and subscribe to see my upcoming videos on homeschool goals. I'm going to share with you my goals for this homeschool year in a couple weeks. I'll share with you my new schedule for our family. And I have a series. A lot of you guys have asked for this. I have a series coming up called How Charlotte Mason Am I? To talk about Charlotte Mason basics and how I've learned how to integrate her principles into my homeschool. And I want to share with you what I use and what I don't do. So, because I don't do everything. I'm not a Charlotte Mason purist, like I said, but I do love using her things. So Katie at Life in the Mundane here, she encouraged me to do this video series here. So, all right. Does anybody have any questions that are not coming up here yet? I'm wrapping it up here. So glad you guys were here. It really was awesome to chat with you. And well, thanks for being here, guys. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. And go check out joyfulnoiselearning.com or my Why I Chose to Homeschool video. And I will see you in the next video. You guys rock at homeschooling. Go find his joy among the noise. And oh, wait, my biggest learning moment in homeschooling. Oh, yes. Noelle's sharing her biggest one. Yes. Love your own style. Don't compare yourself. Yes. Don't compare yourself. So awesome. Just shared your book. Oh, here they are. They're all popping up now. Yay. Sorry, guys. I'm sure you posted them a little bit ago. Any fun games for homeschooling? My kids love games. Would love to learn. Would love to integrate learning into that. Oh, we just use board games in general, Hannah. So I can show you my board game collection right over here. We also do math games from Right Start Math. That's a great one. And yeah, so awesome. Thanks for sharing, guys. As always, again, go find your joy among the noise, and I'll see you in the next video.